Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Canada Cup 2017. My name is Beidou, and I am joined by none other
than Ultra David. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
I wanted to do your intro for you, but what an onslaught of matches. I know you just got here.
Yes, that's true.
You've been traveling like crazy, David.
I did travel this morning.
You probably got your dose of Timbits like every other
I did
American
have a Timbit.
here.
Yeah. I've had them before. But what I'm really looking forward to is the delicious match that we have coming up.
That's right.
In just a little bit. Look at this big one.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking about Strider.
Strider 801 versus Daigo with his million sponsors, the Beast.
You know, Commander Jesse was also in this pool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So many killers throughout this journey so far at Canada Cup. Even at the team tournament yesterday, we just saw so many crazy upsets. Even some Canadian players were doing very, very well. So these two players have quite a history with each other, huh? Like playing a lot of Street Fighter 4, I think. It was Strider who really took out Daigo in some big events.
I always appreciated how he played that character, Abel. I thought he always played it so well, and I feel the same way about his Laura. He just picks the exact right spot on screen a lot of the time.
It's true. And you know, he didn't have the best journey starting off in Street Fighter 5. Wasn't really working out too well, and I feel like he's really found himself.
Yes.
Recently, well, with his Laura. So.
And some people have different thoughts about this matchup. Some people feel it's very bad for Laura. And I've also talked with some Laura players who feel that it's even or maybe she wins. So I'm not real sure. But I can tell you that the way that Strider approaches matches is pretty different than most people.
Yeah, absolutely. And already just with the throw bait, I don't know what it is about Strider, but he can open up Daigo so much.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just kind of knows his tendencies. And Daigo, very different Guile than we usually see, actually. He likes to throw out a lot more booms in this game, kind of plays it a little bit more ST style.
Yeah, I think that's right. He certainly does have a different style of Guile than many other people do.
Earlier in the pool, actually, we saw like an 80-second perfect from him. Like, he was just mowing him down just with a fireball game.
Woo, the movement right there by Strider was pretty great, although he's now got to chase down, which is bad news for him. I love this positioning from Daigo, just taking control. He's outside of EX elbow range.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Just walk up, forward roundhouse. I like it.
Patience there by Strider. Those are some frame traps, and he didn't want anything to do with them.
Yeah, I like how Daigo's backing out there, just kind of comfortable with his life lead.
Oh, he can take. Oh well, he could have supered, he could have sealed it, but I guess he felt confident.
Oh, and the crouching roundhouse is almost as anti-air there.
Yeah, it was Landsies right there, although it was an empty jump.
Yeah.
So I think Strider could have blocked. I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah, he definitely could have. And right now, Strider's sitting on full meter. So he's got the EX shoulder on range, okay.
It's a chance, it's a start for him. Wow, crush! And just like that, Daigo's in a bad spot.
Here's some momentum from Strider. Gonna get close to stun here from Daigo. He's trying to back out. No, and he just the reversal just to get out. This is great for Daigo.
Oh, I thought Daigo may have played offense there.
Again, there's the crouching roundhouse for those neutral jumps.
Very consistent so far. That's something Strider's got to look out for at that range.
Wow, crouching jab.
And yeah, so it is a little bit of out and back in for Daigo. It's not just playing away.
Exactly, yeah.
Anti-air, no, it's not there. It's not ready.
Okay,
Will he try to maintain corner control? Frame trap time?
Oh, look at that stand short.
Oh, he may be able to do this.
Yeah, that should be it. And 801 Strider, 1-0. It is 2 out of 3, yes. So he is up one game. I'm telling you, there's something. I don't know if the 801 Strider is Daigo's curse or something, but you know, Daigo just really was comfortable with his life leads, really just trying to get back and throw those fireballs. And I think that's kind of what he's struggling against certain players with, is that he doesn't really capitalize against a lot of knockdowns like some other guys do.
Well, I mentioned, wow, again, that was for sure. It was a jump fierce coming in. The way that Daigo plays is trying to stay out of EX elbow and to stay out of her jump range. But it's been tough for him to maintain that without getting cornered.
Especially with how momentum-based Laura is. Like, this life lead doesn't really mean much.
Right.
Beidou Strider can just get in, okay.
I love that stand short from him. Especially buffered. It's such a good tool. We see him use it to great effect so far.
Yeah.
As you said, I mean, even though she's down, even though Strider's down, if he finds the right hit, oh man, he can still take this.
Oh, there it is. Just the one misplaced boom.
Oh, Daigo cannot feel confident right now.
Yeah.
Got to make the right decision. Oh, link it.
Okay, and he's going. Oh, wow. He's going to keep him in the corner. Great throw. Daigo gets out.
Daigo, oh. He knows he only needs one more.
Yeah.
EX.
Laura
Oh,
still
that might.
in,
No.
still in trigger.
One more either way.
Oh, and the backdash to whip the command throw. 801 Strider almost bringing that all the way back.
Yeah. Certainly something that the character's capable of. I mentioned that I think that Laura players, some of them, if I've talked with, think that this is an okay matchup. And part of it is that she can go boom to her fireball.
Yes.
All right, and that she has this big EX elbow range where she can make things happen and then, of course, start the party.
Oh, Daigo just trying to jump out. Does give up the corner, which is good.
Ooh, again! And that was just at the very tip of that elbow. Perfectly placed. Better than Daigo. Very rarely you see somebody outspace Daigo in that way.
Yeah, Daigo's going to need to worry about those. Every boom he throws, he needs to think about more, and here comes Strider.
Tough time. Wow, there you go. And he kept it safe. It wasn't the command grab, it was the normal throw.
That was about 2 or 3 regular throws in a row.
But I also mentioned that many Laura players feel that this is a bad match. Part of it is that Guile has excellent normals to keep her at bay. He can pressure her himself.
But it's not really Daigo's style. He's not throwing too many normals out except booms. And that's kind of costing him because any EX elbow just leads to so much compared to what one boom will give you.
Strider looking for the trap. And Daigo just getting away. He hasn't really been able to make use of the trigger more than just once. That's because he doesn't want to deal with Laura up close. Can't blame him.
That whip punish there from Strider. So solid. Daigo's been trying to just get out of the corner so many times with that forward jump.
He's starting to look a little scrambly at times. It's not what I expect to see out of Daigo. Wow, jump pierce actually won!
He looks a little lost, okay.
That's a huge risk to have taken. That was the match. That was the match.
A little offense there for Daigo. Laura still has full V trigger to activate. Here it is.
One mix-up for Strider.
He has to be careful. Daigo needs to think about every boom so much.
And there's no EX on Daigo's side yet.
Yeah, he cannot. Right now, he's looking to EX shoulder in.
There it is. When's it coming? Okay, used. And now at this point, Strider can use the fact that there's no EX to, have his own EX out. It gives him advantage.
Oh, here comes Strider! And Strider, 801, just inched his way forward and clutches it out once again. Wow.
Yeah, I'm so impressed by where he stands on screen. Again, the fact that he had exactly the right EX shoulder when Daigo thought that he was safe to throw booms. It's so rare that you see somebody have the better understanding of where they are on screen than Daigo does. And then at the end, I love how Strider waited until there was no EX on Daigo's side.
Yeah.
He put out his own EX as just a way to move forward, and that's what allowed him to move in.
Yeah.
Daigo couldn't challenge it with fireballs.
I just think a lot of these top players are starting to know Daigo's tendencies with his love for the fireball game. And the few times in that set, whenever Daigo kind of moved forward and did a crouch strong, that always worked out for him. Like, I would have loved to see Daigo just play a little bit more aggressive in some situations because, Strider was just way too ready for every boom thrown.
For some reason, Laura is not a popular character in Japan.
That's very true.
She's not common.
Yeah.
And here, of course, in North America and in Europe, we have Lauras. Like we've seen the character, and it's happened a couple of times that Japanese players have come up against Lauras and had problems.
Yeah, but one character that Japan is absolutely thinks high of is Zangief.
That's for sure.
And up next, we have a great match here with Itabashi Zangief versus Filipino champ.
Of course, it's going to be Dhalsim versus Zangief.
Yeah, James and I were talking earlier about how this is the matchup that also a lot of people go back and forth on. There's no real clear answer for some people, but it is frustrating for Zangief to land and start his pressure. But once he does, Dhalsim not a character with too many defensive options.
No, he can really be just caught out. If he makes the wrong choice, he can lose very quickly. Earlier in the game's life, this was pretty, people basically all felt that Dhalsim won. And it seemed like a very strong win for him. But as the game has developed, not even just with Season 2 changes, but as our understanding of the game has developed,
absolutely,
Zangief has become more competitive. And I'll tell you, some Dhalsim players out there in the old Simquisition, they believe that this is a winning matchup for Zangief. I don't think that that's a common opinion, but that is something that some Dhalsim players believe.
Yeah, it's crazy to have even seen the evolution of the character of Dhalsim. Like you said, people thought he was just so good and so solid early on, whereas Zangief everyone thought was just so terrible.
Yes.
And now those roles have kind of almost reversed, but the few people who are still playing, like Filipino Champ, like Commander Jesse, do so well with this character.
Oh, of course, Filipino Champ top 8 at EVO this year.
Yes, wasn't Itabashi top 8 as well? Yeah, so both of these players are top 8 EVO finalists.
Yeah, and both of these guys gave Tokido a pretty hard run for his money in that top 8.
Oh, yeah.
So here we go.
Let's see. We got Itabashi on the left, Filipino champ on the right.
So if you're following along at home, this is going to be in pool number 12. You can go to smash.gg and click on Canada Cup, then click on Street Fighter, and you will see the action yourself.
Okay, looks like...
So I mentioned... Oh, hold on.
Oh, yeah, it looks like we got a... Okay.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, that's since it hasn't started yet, no big deal.
Oh, yeah.
So I mentioned that this matchup may... Well, certainly it is more in Gief's favor than it was before. I don't know whether he wins, but it's not as bad as it once was. And that's not just because he was improved, but it's because he has ways in, it turns out. Right? It's not just that he pressures up close, and when he gets in, he has a dominant victory. It's that he has... the difference between jump medium kick and jump roundhouse, which have to be anti-aired differently. He has buttons from afar that are useful. If he wants to take a Hail Mary, he can bring out the kick parry. That's probably not something we're going to see very much, but it is.
But you know
possible.
what? I've seen it against the Dhalsim matchup quite a bit.
This is particularly a matchup. If you think that he's going to press stand roundhouse, then you can bring out the kick parry.
I forgot what player it was, but they were bringing out a lot in the Dhalsim matchup. It might have been Itabashi, actually. But
that wouldn't surprise me because Itazan is a bit of a wild man.
Yeah.
And in SF4 and SF5, his take on the Zangief Dhalsim matchup has been very different than most players. Everybody kind of wants to rush in. Everybody wants to get there ASAP.
Yeah.
And it's hard to navigate that. It's hard to actually do it. And yet when I see him play, he plays so fast in this matchup, and it seems so tough to keep him out.
Yeah, he knows just the right points of when to go in, I feel like. Just his understanding of the neutral is just so good compared to most other Zangiefs. Just his use of the stand strong we were seeing earlier, just getting counter hit after counter hit. Absolutely solid.
He's a very strong player for sure.
Yeah.
But F-Champ, of course, also a very strong player. and I like watching his take on this matchup as well. It is interesting. There's a lot of float. There's a lot of very safety first stuff. And whereas he could engage in some situations with anti-airs and the like, he will more often back off.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He wants to make sure that he's not making the wrong call.
Yeah.
To avoid making a call is better than to make the wrong call in this matchup in many ways.
That's right. You know what I'm thinking about now was that Justin recently came from a tournament, and he's been playing obviously a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and he said playing a lot of Marvel Infinite made him a lot better at Street Fighter V. I wonder if Filipino champ is going to have some of the same of that, because the game is a lot slower than Marvel Infinite, right?
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I wonder if it's going to start feeling like slow motion to F champ as well, which might ultimately help him. So I'm just very curious to see some of these people who kind of double dip in both games.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like there are both sides to it. Itazan is SF5, right? That's the game that he plays, and that means that he's going to know every single situation.
That's true.
It's hard to know it better than he does.
Yeah.
But to play another game like Marvel, I agree that does help your reactions, right? So that kind of increases parts of your game that SF5 itself may not help you work on.
Yeah.
So there is that advantage, but then we also just saw last night Sonic Fox lose in Injustice after probably having played too much Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. So there's a little tightrope, you got to walk it.
Yeah, to juggle a lot of games is quite possibly one of the hardest things. That's why I'm always so amazed when I see so many players just entering so many different things.
Not easy.
Yeah, absolutely. But
they're still testing stuff out, by the way.
Yeah.
F-Champ has Ken on the screen, so they're going to be testing some stuff, making sure it's all working. Now, in this pool, again, pool number 12, F-Champ and Itazan, I think, are the two to most point out. Shine is in there as well, though.
Yeah.
And actually, Will 2-Pack, I didn't see that until the very end. But that's a very tough pool.
Yeah.
That's a very tough pool. We have players there from Europe and from Japan and from North America.
That's right. I think Will Tupac right now is sitting in loser's side. We saw him play a little bit earlier.
Okay.
I think he played against Itazan, actually. I think that's who he lost against. So I think if Itazan loses, it might be double jeopardy for him.
So in fact, Will 2-Pack will play the loser of this match.
Yeah. Because we were talking about earlier of how Japan doesn't think so highly of Laura, and then we saw Itazan play against Will Tupac, and we were like, okay, this is maybe why.
Yeah.
They think Laura is like, what is it, C tier or B tier? I have no idea. But meanwhile, in America,
we think pretty highly of her.
We definitely think very highly of her.
Zangief versus Laura is a pretty solid matchup for Zangief.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure.
Well, hopefully we get into it this time. Zangief and Dhalsim both lined up.
Yeah, I'm really, really curious to see how Itabashi's going to handle the neutral, how he's going to force his way in.
He's practicing the 360s there. He's a well-known masher.
Yeah.
And I don't say that with any pejorative nature in that.
Oh, no.
He will spin that stick.
Yeah, if you do not drop your combos against this guy, because he will get SPD for sure.
So this is what I mean about him playing so quickly. He starts out with a dash. He was crushed, and he still did the dash afterward. You just can't dissuade him.
Yeah.
Again a dash, and again it works.
Working out for him. Already applying pressure 2 in a row. And F-Champ trying to get out, catches the backdash, was it?
It was. He wants to get out of there desperately,
so
and that's going to do it.
Yeah, crouch short into jab, just chasing him out. Yeah, just as you mentioned, starting off so quick, trying to set the pace for this match.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he opened it the same way. He did not.
Yeah.
And there's F-Champ backing off. He didn't want to risk the anti-air being wrong.
Ooh, wow, look at that.
I'm telling you, there's something about what he understands in this matchup. He just makes it look different than everybody else.
Yeah, he just almost has no fear of the neutral and is willing to trade anything.
And yet he hasn't even traded that much.
Oh my god, that should do it.
You're right, he doesn't have fear.
Yeah.
You're right, he's willing to trade. But he didn't even have to trade that much. He lost
no.
10% of his life. That's it. It's what every Zangief wants to do. Yeah, I'm gonna start out with dash. Oh, you crushed me, it doesn't matter. Dash again.
Yeah.
I feel like for most people that doesn't work, and yet Itazan understands the timing well enough that it does. Again, he tried dash.
Yeah,
Again, he's willing to take the hits.
Okay, good. Got the counter hit there for F-Champ. You even notice any normal F-Champ throws is actually a little bit distance forward for Zangief. Like, see, it's almost as if Itabashi doesn't even mind taking those trades.
Oh, I guess you're right. Nice movement by F-Champ there. Is he going to stay away?
Yeah,
of course.
This is getting close to stun. He has to be careful.
Yeah.
Oh!
Going up into the air. That's tough. That's a tough spot for Zangief to attack right there. Especially with Trigger. Trigger actually will lose to him floating. Nice job by F-Champ.
Yeah, really good composure there. Just can't throw out one single bad button or Zangief is in. Nice.
The fierce. He had been dashing.
Oh, wow. He was still holding on to that B skill. Itabashi, you're a madman.
Oh, wow. Oh, he went in and it worked. F-Champ is not going to seal it, but he's close.
Yeah. It's going to be a huge uphill battle. And there it is. F-Champ tying it up so quickly.
Huge risk for him to go in that way.
2 20-second rounds right there in concession.
Well, I guess that's the downside of rushing in. Huh?
Yeah, it is, yeah. He's going to need to slow it down a little bit. I think F-Champ made that adjustment. He was throwing out just the right strings, actually. Even when, you know, Itabashi was close. We saw the crouch roundhouse from F-Champ. We saw the E-stand medium kick. It was really, had really good get-off-me moves.
So he blocks, Itazan blocks, and then he dashes almost all the time. And I think F-Champ is starting to understand that really now.
Of course. Any Dhalsim player, they are very used to kind of people's tendencies after normals.
Right.
More than any other character.
Okay, the lariat knockdown, not too much off of that. Fierce punish, yeah, that's a big risk at this point. You don't have much life left.
Oh, Itabashi just trying to move forward here. That was 3 jumps in a row.
Oh, but because of those jumps, he's been able to maintain the corner. He can't take any more hits.
Great composure here from F-Champ.
F-Champ is in trouble, though. He's got a big life lead, but if he makes the wrong call, he's out of here.
Here it is. What's we got? He's going to use the meter.
2 mix-ups left.
Oh, he was up backing, and he caught him in the air.
Hey, maybe playing Marvel did pay off.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
That man was trying to chicken block. That doesn't work in Marvel Infinite now either.
It doesn't, yeah. You got the 4 frames of getting hit.
Yeah, we are really seeing an understanding on F-Champ's side of when Itazan likes to move now.
Oh my god, just enough to get out.
And F-Champ has always said that he really tries to count the frames. He not literally, but he knows how much time he has to move after he presses a button.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Just like as you said it right there, the stand forward into the anti-air. He was just absolutely ready.
Not taking any risks this time, and now Itazan activates. Oh wow, there was a risk from F-Champ.
Oh, F-Champ. Okay.
Okay, Itazan now has a couple of mix-ups left, and he can definitely take this round. He is 2 away. What's the first?
Oh, the jab again there into the headbutt. Brings him down. This is going to be stun, and that should do this round. He's going to burn some meter here. Yeah, build a little bit of bar.
Okay. Wow, that was a quick ending. That's how it can go.
That's exactly how it can go. That's why it is absolutely so scary for F-Champ.
And you really, it's tough to get a teleport out against Zangief.
Yeah.
We did see it in the second game, but it's hard to make happen.
No, you're right.
So once you're in the corner, you're kind of stuck.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's why Itabashi's just trying to lariat after the fireballs. I don't know if he's only trying to get through it, if he's trying to poke the normals, or if he's kind of ready for that teleport.
Well, he's slowed it down a little bit, which, is not his style. And
oh, he got him!
Wow, he got him in time.
What
Yes.
a whiff punish! So good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And now again, 2 mix-ups away.
Oh,
One. Can he get a big punish?
Oh, what is he doing? And he grabs him here. This is all the momentum on Itabashi's side. Another one.
Either way, what is it gonna be?
Oh, and F-Champ was ready for it, but the lariat takes it. Itabashi Zangief. Just enough to take it over F-Champ.
What was the intention for F-Champ? Down back medium kick. Wait. Trigger? Was he just, did he want?
I think he wanted trigger after
He just wanted
the
it
down.
immediately.
Yeah, I think he wanted it immediately. And I think he was trying to hit confirm or.
You may be right, actually, yeah.
And he just missed it.
That is killer. It was as close as could be.
Yeah.
It was the last interaction in that.
That was absolutely, that round looked like it was all in F-Champ's favor too, the deciding one.
Boy, I tell you, you go back and you look at those rounds and you see every iteration of how that matchup can go.
Yeah.
Zangief blitzes his way in,
Yes,
dominates.
yeah, in the beginning.
Or Dhalsim completely controls the match in the second game. And then in the third, Dhalsim totally controls the round until Zangief gets in once and then it's done.
I want to see a replay of that stand strong V-trigger punish. That was perfectly spaced from Itabashi. It was absolutely beautiful. And that's what started all the momentum there for that last round.
Sure.
Jeez.
So that means that Itazan qualifies in winners. And like we said, the loser will play against Will Tupac, and that's going to be F-Champ.
It is, yeah. So it won't be a run back for Will Tupac, so he can absolutely do it with his Laura. You know, he's got extremely strong Laura play. I think we saw him a bit in the team tourney yesterday, and I'm very curious to see. You know, like, I don't think Dhalsim, a very popular character just over in Europe in general.
There are not many, but he plays against Master Crimson. Or,
Mr. Crimson. Mr. Crimson.
And,
he's been promoted to Master.
Yeah, I know, right? So he definitely understands that character.
Yeah.
I think probably more than many other folks. And it's a tough matchup for Dhalsim to engage in. It's hard to control on the ground. It's hard to anti-air. She has great jump-ins. And, of course, once he gets knocked down, you know, he loses against everybody in that situation.
Exactly.
But he loses super double hard against Laura.
And yeah, actually, Will Tupac was, when he was playing against Itabashi, had a very kind of patient neutral. Anytime he got any mix-ups going, he was actually opening up Itabashi quite a bit. It was just Itabashi made quite a good adjustment later on in the set. So I think he has all the right tools and the right patience to really deal with this matchup.
All right. By the way, after this, we're going to have even more Dhalsim. It's going to be Losers Finals of Pool 9, which is Daigo against Commander Jesse.
Yeah, Commander Jesse had a really good run, actually, as well. PAX E-League, the amateur series. He was doing very, very well. Just lost to XSK Samurai, who just kind of came out of nowhere, I felt like, in these last 4 or 5 months. Really stepped up his play with Akuma.
And he's here.
Yeah, he is here. Yeah, I believe he landed today. But here we go.
Round 1.
Will Tupac versus Filipino champ.
Starting on the roundhouse. All right.
Yeah, Will Tupac started off with a jump in, actually. Just wants to get in.
Yeah, that's certainly the name of the game, but she has enough movement tools, and she has, like I said, strong jump-ins.
Yeah.
Wow, an empty jump.
Even the EX shoulder is going to come into play once she has meter, right?
Yeah.
So, oh, wow. Already going to activate the V-trigger. Nice, that champ gets him off.
And built up a bunch. Wow, he just took it off, too. A lot of great damage.
Yeah. Wow, just the first hit of that hits full screen.
There are many matches where going up into the air like that is nice. This one is still tough. Will Tupac gets the grab.
Trying to apply pressure. I like the challenge there from F-Champ.
It wasn't a combo. Very unfortunate for F-Champ.
Just one mix-up. That should be it.
And F-Champ loses the round as a result.
Yeah, a few.
Great job by Will Tupac to capitalize.
Small little drops here from F-Champ have been costing him big. Wow, great roundhouse. I like it.
much more pressure-heavy style now from F-Champ. Big time advantage there.
No, you're absolutely right. Looks like he's trying to kind of change the momentum of the match a bit more. A lot more drills in.
Hold on, though.
Yeah, Laura wants to be in his face as well, though, so it's not the smartest thing to do.
Yeah, all right. Nice work.
Oh, nice jump out.
F-Champ just trying to get away. Wait that trigger timing out. Harassing.
Oh, so much great damage on
Will he
Will to
teleport
Pak.
out?
Any hit will get him here. Oh, there
He
it
went
is.
for the close-up fierce.
I don't know. I think he was looking for a backdash.
Yeah, you may be right.
Yeah.
That used to be the call if you needed an up close low, but now there's down bad medium kicks.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, this is a little bit more of an active style here from Filipino Champ.
And so far, it's really worked out.
Yeah, there's a cross-up. Did not get the combo, though.
Will to back pressuring. Excellent stuff.
Yeah, again, same situation as last round. He's got him in the corner.
Champ gets out. Willing to take the hit. Excellent timing on this, and that's going to be a ton of damage. That's still burning underneath. Oh, it could all go downhill. Will to Pak with a chance to take the game, even still.
All the
Blocking,
pressure,
patience.
all the meter there. F-Champ gets out with a V-reverse.
Look at that defense, and then he had medium kick at just the right moment.
Oh my goodness. Just too solid on the defense. Blocked so much there. Will Tupac literally burned every bar he had to try to get something in the corner. But Filipino Champ's defense is just way too solid.
Yeah, that was amazing blocking, amazing patience, and then sticking out a button at exactly the right time.
Yeah.
Not easy to do.
Man, you need that to be a Dhalsim player, you know?
Yeah.
It takes just the right kind of person to pull that stuff off.
Will to Pak getting away. Common strategy against Dhalsim, get away so that you can get back in.
Oh,
and
great.
he just made it work perfectly.
Yeah, that was a great jump in there. Wasn't jumping too much throughout the set. So I love that he established that.
Yes.
Another jump in. Champ was ready this time. Here's that pressure we were talking about. Roundhouse.
Yeah, and even if it doesn't work out, F-Champ just goes back and starts zoning again.
Yeah.
Not overcommitted.
Again, he was ready for it this time. You saw F-Champ there almost baiting for a jump in because Will Tupac's been jumping a lot this round.
Stand jab for Will to Pak. Oh, okay. Now, one mix-up. In fact, a command grab might even do it right now.
Oh, that back fourth shimmy. And Will Tupac taken out around.
She is so explosive.
She is, absolutely.
She preys on every error, and unfortunately, all of us here are human, and we make errors.
Yeah.
And that's a big part of her game. A lot of other cool tools too. It's not just that, but that's a big part of it.
Absolutely. Oh, great. Little jab check there. Again, Filipino Champ trying to apply the pressure. He does have a lot of meter to work with, so I'm wondering if Filipino Champ will be willing to burn it early. Oh, he was ready for the V reverse. And backdash. Good stuff. He's going to get out there and make sure to not apply any more corner pressure. Look at that delayed down back heavy.
Yeah, you don't expect it out of a Dhalsim player, right?
Yeah.
Where's he going? Okay, just maintains the screen. I think that's a smart choice. It's a safe choice, certainly.
It is, because he wants to keep the corner pressure, wants to keep Will Tupac exactly there, and waiting for those jump-ins that we've seen so much.
The big bet from Will Tupac.
I like
But
it.
nice patience by F-Champ. He's at match point now.
Yeah. Looking real solid here. Doesn't have any meter to work with, but
He's been able to maintain the space for the most part. And he's been able to pressure when he wants to. We haven't seen from Will Tupac extended pressure series more than just a couple of times.
oh, Will Tupac's got to be careful. He's getting hit by a lot of just stray hits here, whether it's the float heavy. Just neutral has been a little bit rough for him.
Reaction to that fireball with Stand Fierce. But here's Will Tupac now up close. And I think he backed off a little bit. He's waiting for the fireball to do its work.
Nice. Great patience there from Will Tupac. And just, F-Champ just gets him off with that V-reverse.
Anti-air was there. He was ready. And that trigger's almost gone.
Will Tupac's got to slow down a little bit. He does have EX shoulder.
I think he may have gotten a little flustered. So I like that he just backed off and was patient. That was, I think, exactly the right call. Now, can't take another hit.
Oh,
Boy.
again. Filipino Champ taking it over Will Tupac, sending him home.
Dhalsim win.
And there was a little look from Will Tupac, like, nice work. Nice work. You know, it was a little congratulatory wink almost.
Yeah, he definitely started to get a little bit more flustered and frustrated throughout as we saw that set more and more. He started to jump a little bit more, started to just get hit by random things in neutral, and
And I think one of the big stories too was that F Champ had awesome defense.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's certainly sometimes it worked out for Will Tupac. He's a strong player, but you know, as Laura, you're hoping that the name of the game is once I get in, I win, right?
Yeah.
That's the party has started, and it should be fun. But that's not how it went because F Champ just had strong defense most of the time.
That's right. We're going to quickly take a look at a quick replay here from a match before this one. This is Itabashi versus, and this is that whiff punish we were talking about. That was just so perfectly spaced.
Beautiful.
Itabashi's looking so strong throughout this tournament. Not only the team tournament, but making it out in winners and pools.
Oh boy, you know that was probably supposed to have been super. Didn't work out, and yada yada.
Look at this life deficit and the comeback, and
what happened?
That was the big drop there.
Man, that is, it's tough to watch even now.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna see it again. Thanks.
Again, so the crouch, and yeah, I'm sure he wanted to. He didn't cancel it on hit there, and that was a big drop. Good stuff from Itabashi, but also good stuff to Filipino champ. Still made it out in losers. Still alive here to rep America and to rep all of you Dhalsim players out there. Because Commander Jesse, I believe, got knocked out. I think so. Or
no, we're going to have losers finals.
He's in losers.
In fact, that's going to be coming up next.
Yeah.
Losers finals, Commander Jesse versus Daigo. There you go. Hey.
You know, it seemed like through the history of Street Fighter, I don't know if it was just Filipino champ or if it was just the Dhalsim match, Daigo never felt like he did too well in these matchups, especially because, you know, he used to play a lot of Ryu, and that matchup was never too amazing on paper for Ryu.
Yeah, he has at times. I don't know about struggled. He's lost to Dhalsim. It's true.
But yeah, obviously he is playing a different character now. He is playing Guile, so you know, I'm curious to know if Commander Jesse will be more of the aggressor in this matchup. You know, if Daigo's just going to stay back full screen and just throw booms like he loves to do.
It's not that easy to do in the matchup. Sim can float pretty well over booms. He can do stand fierce under booms. He can slide. He has, you know, if they are trading fireballs at the right time, he can actually throw his own.
Yeah.
He has EX. He can do it. So he I think, has tools to sort of counter zone. Maybe is more accurate than actively zoning.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. It's just Daigo's playstyle with Guile is just so kind of laid back and.
Ooh, we got the mummy.
Okay. We're seeing a lot of these Halloween costumes.
The mummy's so cool.
It's great. I remember one Canada Cup, James Chen actually, I think, dressed up as Ryu, but it was like a, you know, very, it was a very kind of ghetto Ryu, as you should say. But Canada Cup always seems to line up with Halloween.
Yeah, it's true.
So
forward movement from Daigo. I like this approach to the matchup. Yeah. I think this is very smart. Rather than staying away and risking getting hit and counterpoked and the like, he wants to go in and pressure Dhalsim where Dhalsim's weak.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I like that escape there from Jesse. He's already got him to stun.
Wow. Reset.
Oh, and got him. The flash kick was some risky business there from Daigo. Didn't want to deal with any of the pressure, but big punish.
It's the first round. You know, you can take some risks and have that establish.
Yeah, I'm
the rest
actually
of the
not sure
matchup.
if Commander Jesse has played against Daigo before. So
again, forward movement from Daigo.
Yeah.
So back kicks, occasional. Wow, very nice reactions.
Yeah.
And now this is where he wants to be. He has a ton of advantage up close. Excellent pressure, excellent frame traps.
Yeah, and great meter right now there. Okay, yeah, Commander just going to teleport out. That was a smart move.
I
But
love the
Daigo,
grab.
yeah, just throws him back into the corner.
So smart.
Oh, he was ready for it. That was so good. Okay, so with one throw, is the corner pressure. Commander Jesse not looking good. Whiffs the throw.
Yeah, very smart by Daigo. Just maintain that corner.
Yeah, I love the use of the V-reverse for sure. Carpet does not disappear anymore like it used to in Season 1, but V-reversing that V-trigger definitely still gets you momentum, and big crush counter here from Daigo.
Wow, very fast. Crouching jab, and that kind of saved Commander Jesse's bacon. Although he's still in the corner, trying to get links, trying to find something to let him move out. It's not there yet.
Oh my god, he was ready for it. No matter
now.
what way he teleported.
He may have been able to get something, but it would have been a tough call. Trigger is lined up, and you see Daigo's walking up and blocking.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to take the risk of getting hit by Trigger. He knows it's going to come, and he's just going to bring out V-reversal of his own.
Yeah, I think that's what he's trying to bait out. Nice air to air to just punish that. Both players staying
Very
on
smart
full
strategy
meter,
by Daigo. Just well, hold on now. EX afterward, and now he can actually do some tricky business.
Smart stuff from Daigo. Not pressing a button. Does not want to get crush countered in this situation.
You see Daigo is letting... he's playing so that Jesse has to make an affirmative comeback. He has to make an actual active play. Daigo's not going to let himself get hit for no reason.
Yeah, I love this adjustment from Daigo here. Just not throwing many booms at all.
No, very patient, very safe.
Yeah.
Safety first for sure.
Okay.
He missed the teleport. That could have been big. Or maybe he missed the V-skill, I guess.
Yeah, kind of moving forward and blocking. Commander Jesse, though, doing a good job right now, just blocking the onslaught and building
Look at
a lot
the
of
time.
bar.
Look at the time now. 10 seconds left. If he can find the activation on the trigger...
Oh, that
no.
was big, but no punish from Daigo.
If he can find the activation on the trigger, I don't know if he's going to get a chance. He may
there's
not
so
get
much
a
great
chance.
health. And he just got it. Daigo times him out. That was really risky, though, because any hit from Commander Jesse would have taken out so much gray health from Daigo there.
But I love how once Daigo was... He no longer had the corner. He didn't continue to press forward and fight. He just lamed it out. He walked up and he blocked, and he walked up and he blocked.
Yeah.
He walked up and he blocked.
Yeah.
Because he knew that Jesse would either run out of time or would have to go in an ill-advised way. One of those two things is going to have to happen.
Yeah, no, I love this. Just like you said, he's starting off even this round just with the forward movement.
Very much a bulldogging style.
Yeah.
It's almost like watching his Ryu in ST.
Yeah, you don't see this too much from Daigo in Street Fighter V. Oh.
Patience there. But jab, man, that's a smart counter.
Yeah, playing very reactive. Commander
Probably was
Jesse
looking for a flash kick.
trying to get out.
Trading those normals.
Okay.
And Jesse has found some good timings on them, but he's still stuck in the corner.
That was great. I love getting under that move there with the stand.
Yeah, of course, the V reversal. Yeah. Okay, and now Jesse has the full screen to play with.
Yeah.
Set up the shield.
Got a good life advantage.
It's
here
still there.
Too. Okay, Daigo, here he comes.
That was coast to coast almost.
Yeah. A few more hits and he will have V-reverse. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to gain the V-reverse.
Beautiful.
That was
so well done.
Oh my goodness.
He knew exactly the right time. He's
Oh,
he
no,
dropped the
hold
combo.
on.
If he
Okay, go
I like
switch
it.
it. Yeah.
I
You know
like
what?
it.
Just burn
Wait,
it.
No, he couldn't in time. Yeah, of course. I like how he understood Jesse's movement. Jesse had gotten into a rhythm of button, button, right, button, Daigo walks up and blocks, button, Daigo walks up and blocks, button, Daigo walks up and jumps, and it was exactly at the right moment.
Not only that, but he was just slivers away from gaining his V-trigger, and the moment that he got the V-trigger, he jumped in. So he knew that's what he needed to close out that round, and it worked out for him.
Excellent.
Very calculated. Daigo still kind of trying to move forward. Commander Jesse has a lot of meter to work with as well. Probably will burn super if he gets the chance to close out this round.
Looking for the big crushes is Daigo right now. He's swinging for the fences.
Oh, that's a big one.
No need for the super.
Yeah, and that is a big victory for Jesse. Being able to keep all of his meter and all of his resources.
Both of the rounds he's won have come on that same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Daigo tries a Hail Mary flash kick.
He's a back. Oh, the upside down kick.
All of a sudden, mad rush.
Oh, again, and that's going to be stunned.
That may be the game. That may be the match.
Let's
Let's see what he gets here. Is this going to do it on Dhalsim? Doesn't have much life.
Yeah.
It does.
Oh,
Oh,
my
boy.
goodness. And Daigo taking it over. Commander Jesse.
All of a sudden, that Mad Beast style. He just was rushing. And especially, it's such a style switch after he actually timed out Commander Jesse in the first round of that game. So to go from that to all of a sudden, wow, I'm in there is a big style switch. Very hard for Jesse to deal with.
It's actually a style I want to see Daigo play a little bit more in some other matchups. I like it when he turns it up and kind of, not only plays a little bit of the fireball game, but, because Guile is very forward-moving. We're talking about players like Dominion and others who are adjusting to Guile in Street Fighter V. He is quite a different character as well in this game. I feel like he is a little bit more aggressive, or he has the ability to be.
Yeah.
And it's good to see that come out from Daigo. So I don't know if we're going to take a little break here.
I believe we are going to take a break. We're going to have the semis coming up next. I guess the pools are all through. So you can go again to smash.gg and click on Canada Cup, then click on Street Fighter. You can see exactly who's where, who qualified and whatnot. But for now, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with the rest of this in a little bit. Capcom Pro Tour 2017, presented by PlayStation 4. It's brought to you by Zowie, a brand by BenQ, the official monitor of the Capcom Pro Tour. Razer, the official Street Fighter V fight stick of the Capcom Pro Tour. HyperX, the official headset of the Capcom Pro Tour. and Twitch, home of the Capcom Pro Tour.
That was perfect execution there, David.
Oh, you know, I've had some practice on this.
Yeah.
I've been in training mode on that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now we got a big one coming up. This is E.G. Ricky Ortiz. Haven't seen her in a little while. I'm sure she's doing well. And on the right side of your screen, the first player side is Mouse Problem X. I gotta tell you, I feel like Problem X may be among the best in the world at this moment.
Yeah,
he's been doing so well in tournaments in Europe, and you know, Europe has a lot of strong players.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's if you're somebody who doesn't believe that it's strong, you're wrong. But B, there have been players from East Asia and from North America who have been at those tournaments as well, and yet now Problem X has taken those matches.
Yeah. No, I love his aggressive Bison is just so scary.
Yes.
And he just seems like he knows all the right times to go in, all the right times to stay back and just play neutral, but
yeah, it's this mix, right, of aggression, as you said, but then also, as you said, he stays back sometimes, and it's hard to know which one's coming when.
But Ricky's sticking it through with Chun-Li, you know, character we don't see as much anymore unless it's from MOV or a few other.
Yeah, really not many.
Yeah.
Not many. Oh, interrupted very smartly by Ricky Ortiz.
Problem X already sitting on full meter, though.
Full resources.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. If he can activate here, he may be able to.
Oh, just get.
That's it.
Yeah, he should be able to close it out. I don't even know that was. I don't think that was counter hit, too, for that jab.
Yeah, that's the danger of V-Trigger Bison. And I love the way that Problem X uses the V-Trigger as well. He doesn't insist on going wild. He certainly can go wild.
Yeah.
He certainly can do the crazy stuff. But it's not like he needs to, and the fact that you know he doesn't need to means that he can. It's crazy.
Look at these use of buttons right now from Problem X. I love the use of the stand short. Obviously, the 3-frame buff was a huge deal.
Here comes Ricky now, a chance for pressure. Oh, very nice. You don't see it as often as, anymore because it's not advantage on block.
Yeah, but still very
useful.
good against a character like Bison who doesn't have the best anti-air options to deal with it. But here comes Problem X, gonna burn the meter.
This will be close.
Yeah, shouldn't be enough yet.
Oh, it's a pixel away. Ricky can't take anything.
Yeah.
In trouble. A stand jab just to put an end to it. That's a perfect understanding of what Ricky wanted to do. Ricky wanted to get close, activate, play the game, maybe take the round. And so Problem X thought, all right, I'm just going to put an end to that preemptively.
I mean, that's all he needed. There was nothing else for him to need to throw it at that range, right?
Exactly right. So very strong stuff by Problem X.
Absorbs the fireball just so quick and had enough time to block. Great spacing there. The counter hit there from Ricky, but
patience there.
Yeah.
Ricky being a little bit more mobile, and I like this so far. Yeah, we've seen stand short after that roundhouse almost every time.
Yeah, I think Problem X has just been handling the neutral too well. I think Ricky's just gonna turn it up a notch.
But she's got to do something, that's for sure.
That meaty setup with the scissors. Oh, yeah, I like the bird. Give him the challenge, and this gets Ricky out of the corner. Reverses out.
Great blocks. EX willing to do it. Anti-air was intended. It's so hard to make that work.
Yeah, Problem X never afraid to go for that EX double reverse. Definitely one of the moves from Bison that a lot of top players have been really hating on as of recently.
Counter hit into nothing. Ricky needs to make this count.
Oh, okay.
No!
And the EX spinning bird.
Okay, all right. Hey, sometimes you got to take what you get.
And that was good. You can't really mash that out, though, right?
You're right.
You need to know when the block string ends or when the button ends. So
you're right.
Ricky was
really
absolutely aware. Here comes Problem X again.
He hadn't really attacked at that far range, and he had seen a lot of movement from Ricky, so I like that sweep a lot.
Yeah, just watching Problem X play, you can tell it's so frustrating to deal with him in neutral. He's just that in-and-out style we were talking about.
And it's so hard to make this character's movement work. He has good movement, but the walk speed's so bad. You have to do other stuff, and that means you really have to play an unconventional style.
Yeah.
So when I see somebody with excellent Bison spacing, I respect that.
Nice, good tech there from Ricky. Some offense here. Oh, wow, the trade. Problem X just woke up with a stand short. Did not care. Tries to cross up, gets the overhead. This could be almost enough here from Ricky. Just one more.
Wants something else. Nope.
Look at this defense here from Problem X.
Excellent.
And the back throw, really?
He got the grab in that situation?
I don't know if he was purposely trying to get a grab or he was trying to go for a tech.
That seems more likely to me, too, but he does have pretty good throw range on that character.
Nice.
Again, you see Ricky trying to be mobile, does not want to be in that
Yeah.
about mid-range right there where Bison has been able to control.
Oh, Ricky tried to EX lightning legs there. Did get traded.
Jump. Nice timing on it. Hadn't jumped very often.
Problem X taking it a little slow right now.
Look how often he just walks.
Yeah. Good pressure here for Ricky, though. Should get the corner pressure. Oh, again with the stand short.
All right, now we're a mix-up away. What's it going to be?
Same side. Ricky, yes, with the EX spinning bird challenge. And she's back on offense here. It's so good. So aware from Problem X.
Advantage now, Ricky. Whoa, all right, just brought it up. But then again, Problem X understand exactly what Ricky wants to do. Maintain the pressure, maintain the forward movement.
Yes.
And he took up exactly the right space.
Yeah, pressing buttons at just the right time. We've seen so many instances throughout that set where he was just crouch strong, right as Ricky
jab,
stand jab,
stand
yeah.
roundhouse. There was a bunch of different tools, and he was consistently right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, like you said, Problem X, one of the scariest players right now in Street Fighter V.
I really think he's one of the best in the world right now.
Yeah.
I really do. Yeah. So,
David's a fan.
I am a fan. He's fun to watch.
Yeah.
I have really enjoyed the progression of his gameplay. From Street Fighter 4 when he started, at least from what I saw, having been across the ocean, with Viper and very offensive, very active, risky a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Then Seth came in and it was a lot of riskiness too. But by the end of SF4, he had developed excellent patience and footsies with that character too.
Yeah.
And then when this game came out, I feel like he further delved into that patience and that spacing game, and now I really think he's one of the best. So we move on.
We got rock, paper, scissors here on stream. Okay, it was a tie. Oh,
Busted.
I wonder, was that for player one side or for who gets to take their shirt off? Who knows? You never know with Punko.
I'm really glad he's here. He was worried that he wouldn't be able to travel for the rest of this year.
Absolutely. And I really want to see Colleen kind of develop. You don't see too much of that character. We've seen Nephew, who's a really young player, made him name for himself also during the Amateur League and the Red Bull Series. Now really kind of developing as a player. And Punko's also one of the few Colleen players that I can really mention.
He's done a lot of the work on the character.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And totally fits the style.
I agree. There's a little funkiness to it.
Yeah.
There's some riskiness to it. He
There's
gets to
setups,
capitalize.
you know.
Yeah, setups, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And I think what he really appreciates, what he really enjoys, is boiling things down into just those little, I put you in a bad spot. You got to guess. I make the right call.
Yeah.
And Colleen can do that.
Absolutely. And Phenom, also, we talked about it earlier. He just had such an amazing run at Canada Cup last year, making top 8, and I believe he made grand finals against Knuckle-Doo. But he was, he had an amazing year last year. And here he is again. I believe he had a match against Momochi that he won. So I think he sent Momochi to loser side as well. And it's just, the thing about, the thing I could say about Phenom is he's just never afraid to do what he wants. He's just absolutely so aggressive. He's reckless. When you think he's not going to do something again, he does. And I think that's the most frustrating thing that players have going up against him. But, Punko, when it comes to playing reckless and playing crazy, Punko's probably his match. He is also no slouch of just kind of going bananas.
Yeah, he definitely can do that.
So
he's got good footsies. He really
he
really
improved
improved on the fundamentals, but
played Seth for like 6 years. I mean, I guess that just kind of gets engraved in you.
Well, that's why I mentioned that I think he likes, part of why he likes Colleen is that he gets to do some of those Seth-like situations.
Of course, yeah. He's a very set play player.
Yeah, for sure. But that said, I really like his neutral game too. I think he's got great footsies, he's got great movement. He uses that dandy step better than any other Colleen.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
If that's what he's going to play. Maybe we talked this up too much. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, Phenom, I can almost sure he's going to go with his usual Nikali pick.
I would think so.
Yeah. And he's just so solid at converting. And the scariest thing about Nikali is just almost every hit deals to some form of forward momentum to the corner.
It seems to be
whether it's just even a 2-hit combo will push the opponent forward. But it looks like both players are locking into Colleen and Nikali.
All right, we got the Durotar, Nikali, and we got Colleen. So that's very interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how Punko navigates around those buttons and the seismos from the Kali.
We'll see. There we go. Got Punko on the left, Phenom on the right. Yeah, there's the seismos you were talking about, just kind of trying to establish it.
Interesting timing. If intentional, at least.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to see if, you know, his opponent's going to be reactive to the seismos. I mean, we saw against Momochi, he was ready for every single one.
Wow, there's so much patience. And again, like I said, I love how he uses the step. It's so nicely done.
Yeah.
He brings it out at unusual times, but very effective times.
Yeah, he's almost never not moving. Yeah, that is a punish.
Big risk, yes. And it was kind of a crack. You know, there was a lot of even play, and all of a sudden now, because of that overhead, Punko was in trouble.
Okay, here comes the early V trigger. Very common from Colleen players to just use it early to apply that pressure.
Yeah, and then use it again to force the corner.
Exactly.
And look at that. Wow, okay, the stun bar is not going to matter now. But it was a good idea from Punko.
Yeah, oh, yeah, the anti-air jab check, so good from the Colleen. Oh, the back up, that was a risky seismo. Could have been a lot bigger.
Yeah, that could have been big. But Phenom is still a very dangerous man. He has super on deck.
Yeah. Right now, Punko has to be careful. Oh wow, I love the stand short, just a little check.
Yeah, this is very nice from Punko. He's not overextending.
Yeah, he knows right now that anything.
He has trigger. I feel like there could have been a super reaction to that. But here comes Phenom.
And didn't even need to use the super. Huge victory there from Phenom. Yeah, you're right, though. I absolutely like the way Punko has been handling the neutral, though. Hasn't been playing as reckless as we've seen before.
No, and when things went south, it was because he dashed in for random overhead.
Yeah,
I think that's probably a lesson for him to just hang out, you know? It's all right. It's all right.
Oh, big jump in here from Phenom.
Punko backing up. Phenom pressuring and approaching well, but here's Punko.
Nice. Yeah, great forward momentum there. I like the setup. Oh, another big jump in. Punko's got to be careful.
Yeah, I think Phenom is starting to get a hang of when Punko wants to hang out, when Punko likes to press buttons. That's how those last couple of jumps have worked out.
Yes. Oh, wow. Yeah, just destroys the seismo there with the second V-trigger activation.
You walked underneath, gutsy man.
Okay, this is where Phenom does his work. Oh, just jumps out, but he's ready on the other side. Phenom.
That's it. Wow. That was so nice from Phenom to be ready for the escape by Colleen, and then to continue the pressure afterward.
Yeah.
She's an unusual character with an unusual air option, and yet Phenom was exactly aware of what to do.
Every time I feel like I see Phenom play, it feels like he's doing so little in neutral, but everything leads to so much, you know? And
he doesn't take big risks in neutral.
No, he doesn't.
Well, I should say he does sometimes, but certainly when he starts out against somebody, he doesn't do that very often. By the end of that first game, he was jumping, he was moving.
Well, because Punko had no answer to it, right? He just kept on doing it because he was like, you know what, Punko hasn't really been waiting for my jump. But finally it is. It's one too many times.
Yeah, that may cause Phenom to hit a little bit more patiently. We'll see.
Oh, and that's going to be stunned here.
Classic Phenom.
Yeah. I mean, he's getting a little too antsy with it. Punko was definitely thinking about it between the sets. Got it. And Punko looking strong here. Yeah, it's crazy. Both characters quite explosive. Let's see. I'm curious to see how Phenom's going to handle neutral now. Is he going to opt to jump? No, I don't think so. Yeah, you can tell Punko's definitely waiting for a jump in.
For sure
the way he was just jabbing there, he was thinking like he's going to jump again. Okay, the double jump. I think he was trying to bait something there for Phenom. Okay, backdash.
Phenom is in trouble now.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Looking for the big crush. Didn't come.
Wasn't meaty enough there.
Trigger's ready if you can find a moment. There was no EX there, so pretty safe idea for pressure there for Punko. Will he do it again? Yes.
Yeah,
wants that corner.
Yeah, he's got the corner now, so let's see what he's got. Great trade, but does not get the full confirm.
Another chance for frame traps. Here comes Phenom. After all of that from Punko, Phenom, he needs one more hit and he will take the round.
Look at this. 2 hits already, and Punko's already almost in the corner.
Very insistent. Will he? He backed off. Okay, worked anyway.
Oh,
out of there is
goodness.
Punko.
Punko's trying to stay alive with just a little bit of health. Okay, good convert. Not enough to do it. Activates V-Trigger, and big risk from Phenom.
Wow. That was key in 2 rounds there. The wake up EXDP.
Yeah, he is very... That's
He'll do it. I mean, I call it classic Phenom for a
Yeah.
reason. It's something that he is known for.
Yeah, but it catches a lot of players
Oh,
off guard for sure. And he's probably
yeah.
going to slow it down here in the last match. It seems like Punko's been a lot more ready for the jump-ins, a lot more ready for maybe the crazy DPs as well. But really, really cool approach to Colleen. I love it.
I love the movement with her.
Yes.
That's what I was hoping Colleen would end up looking like. And there it is. So now, you're right. Phenom does need to make a change. I'm not sure that he will move away from the riskiness on Wake Up. That's just his thing. You know, he doesn't need to do it, but he wants you to believe that he will.
Absolutely. He even started off the round with just a forward dash and got clipped by Punko a little bit. Phenom's just still not afraid. Oh, jumping in.
Will there be DP? No.
Yeah.
Punko has pressed buttons a couple of times.
Oh, another, just 3 jumps in a row, almost disrespectful.
It is a tough spot for Colleen. She has the parry, but she doesn't have, or the counter, I should say. She doesn't have a good normal there.
Also, the fact that Nikali can kind of change his jump arc with a dive kick really, I think, puts a bit of fear in Punko.
No super. Wow, a third one!
Oh my goodness.
Each round that Punko has won has been in part because of EXTP from Phenom.
And what a victory here for Punko. He's got full resources. Can even go for an early super here if he wants to, or, you know, use EX. But already, Phenom still moving forward, not afraid.
He's trying to settle it down. Yeah, you see
yeah.
him just, hold on a second here. Get some space, try to get some trigger.
Yeah, using that bar just to get in, and he managed to land a hit.
Jump roundhouse is very strong.
Wow.
Pressure in there is Punko, and now question is for Phenom, what do you do? Do you hang out? Okay, he finds a button, finds a way out. But he's going to be caught again in this corner.
Oh,
hey, that may have been the first empty jump.
yes. He was baiting out the parry, and that was so good by Phenom. He went for an obvious jump in just to fish out that parry, and it led to all this. Corner pressure here from Phenom. One throw.
Alive, here's the trigger activation. Got another one coming up. It is.
Look at this, Phenom now backing out. Throws out one
Movement,
side.
where?
Zuko gets out. Gets him with a little icicle on the way back, and great for Phenom. Just the crouch strong to take it.
There was some excellent movement, excellent pursuit by Phenom, and now we have match point for both players. Jump, medium kick, it works. He's really made that jump in button or not work out for him.
Oh,
Did you see the walk under first? That's what I'm talking about. Get that corner.
Oh, overhead?
Stun is an issue, especially now it may come up.
Yeah, I think this should be it.
Grab follow-up,
Go
it
for it.
does do it. Now, not going to build.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to kill here.
Yeah.
But, oh, he tried to go for a reset mid-combo.
Interesting idea. Phenom was ready for it, though. He blocked. You see, he blocked the time.
Okay,
Amazing.
trigger. I love it. Yeah, I love to use the V-trigger twice to keep him in the
Phenom.
corner, but Phenom gets out.
Phenom, if he finds a hit confirm right now, he will do
Oh
it.
my
If he finds
God.
it, he's got the super. Punko needs to play safety first.
This could be it. This could the super. Okay, he doesn't even need it. And Phenom, so clutch. The composure on this guy, wow, is off the charts. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you can see the reaction from Punko. He had a giant life lead, and not only that, he had a positional advantage. He had the standing reset into if he gets the right call, this is it.
Oh.
And yet, Phenom fought back from that coast to coast all the way to the other side
God.
for the stun and for the match.
And that wasn't the first time. That match point wasn't the first time that happened. There were so many rounds in that set where Phenom just came back with a sliver of health. He's such a momentum-based player, and like you said, just side to side, you're never safe.
No, you are never safe, that's for sure. So Punko goes to loser's side. Phenom continues in the winner's side of top 32. And now we got to find out who he will play against in his next round. It's going to be either Dogura or 801 Strider. But first, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with that in just a little bit.